Welcome to the dimly lit streets of the S&P 500 market, where narrow alleys twist into shadowy recesses and the streetlights cast long silhouettes across market trends. Let's search the streets and alleyways before us with trusty magnifying glass in hand, looking for clues. Let's jump right into it. Key buy and sell levels, or ranges. Today's case file for E-mini-S and P500 futures, rounded to integers. Value area, high VAH, 6,786. Ceiling of the interrogation room. If price holds below, the bulls are just bluffing under harsh lighting. Value, area low, VAL, 6,759. The grimy sidewalk where price keeps pacing, lose this, and the night gets darker fast. Point of control, POC 6771. The Smoky Diner, where most of today's trade sat down for coffee. This is the main meeting spot between buyers and sellers. Intraday, high and low, 6,802 high, 6,756 low. Roughly a 46-point range. A busy night with plenty of footsteps in the alley support zone. 6,757 to 6,761. Think of this as the precinct safe zone near VAL. Repeated bounces here show buyers still have a badge. Resistance zone, 6,784 to 6,788. The rooftop ledge just under VAH. Rejections here suggest the rally is out of cigarettes and excuses. Single print style escape paths. Lower escape trail, 6,756 to 6,759. Thin structure below value where a break can accelerate a move downward. Upper escape trail, 6,786 to 6,802. If price rips through this band, the move can run hard before the next serious questioning. Market context. 3-day tape. Last 3 sessions. November 14th. POC 6746, VAL 6680, VAH 6768. Value sat lower, like a suspect slumped in an old metal chair. November 16th. POC 6755, VAL 6755, VAH 6766. A tight, compressed profile, as if the market clammed up and said, no comment. November 17th. POC 6771, VAL 6759, VAH 6786. Value nudged higher again, a slow walk up the block toward the next crime scene. Read on the 3-day story. Value has marched upward from 6,746 to 6,771, with VAL jumping from 6,680 to 6,759. That is a meaningful shift higher, suggesting buyers have been quietly moving the body up the staircase, even while today's late action feels heavier. Shape today. Today looks like a slightly high-centered profile, with POC sitting above mid-range and VAH not far under the session high. Combined with the CVD path, we have a market that tried to push higher earlier in the session but ran into tougher questioning later in the daynet. Short-term uptrend in value, but with signs of seller aggression late in the session, like a case that suddenly turns when a new witness walks in. Volume analysis, cumulative volume delta, CVD, breakdown. For today's session, using CVD close, session open, CVD 287. Buyers opened the file with a mild advantage. Nothing dramatic, but clearly on the front foot. Intraday peak buying pressure, CVD high 7659. At some point, buyers ran a full-scale operation, stacking contracts like evidence boxes in the hallway. Intraday deepest selling pressure, CVD low negative 988. Later, sellers stormed in, erasing a big chunk of earlier gains and leaving a red stamp on the file. Current CVD negative 898. The case ends the day with sellers in control. The crowd that cheered for higher prices earlier has mostly gone home. Change from open, negative, 1,185. That swing from a positive 287 to a negative 898 says the late session belonged to the bears. Someone flipped in the interrogation room, and it was not the short's interpretation. Early initiative buyers pushed hard, but late in the session, aggressive selling hit the tape, dragging CVD from a firm positive to a solid negative. Under the trench coat, this is distribution type behavior near the upper end of the 3-day value structure. Risk management considerations: long trades, preferred entry zone. Look for responsive longs near 6,757 to 6,761. The support band around VAL, that is where prior buyers have defended the sidewalk. Stop placement. Primary idea: stop below the lower escape trail around 6,752 to 6,753. If price pushes down there, the scene has moved to a rougher neighborhood. Profit targets: first target near POC 6771, where trade has repeatedly congregated. Secondary target near VA H6786, where the prior rallies have been questioned. Short trades: preferred entry zone. Fade failures into 6784 to 6788, the resistance band just under VAH and near the upper escape trail. Stop placement: keep a protective stop above 6,802 to acknowledge a potential breakout run. Beyond there, the move is no longer a simple fade, it is a full chase profit targets. First target back to POC 6771. Secondary target into 6760 to 6759, retesting VAL in the support sidewalk. Position sizing and general discipline. Risk per trade: keep per idea risk near 1 to 2% of account, scale to stop distance rather than contract count. This keeps you in the detective business long enough to solve more cases. Trade management: after first target, consider reducing size and trail stops to the last defended intraday swing, letting the rest ride only while price respects your levels. Potential scenarios and trade setups. Scenario A: upside breakout from the rooftop narrative. Price pushes through 6,786 and chews into 6,786 to 6,802, the upper escape trail. The bulls kick down the rooftop door and step into the fog. Setup: aggressive long on acceptance above 6,788. Stop around 6,780, back inside prior value. Targets: first near 6,802, then a stretch objective toward 6,810. If CVD starts climbing back into strong positive territory. Scenario B: rejection from resistance. Sellers take the case. Narrative: price tags 6,784 to 6,788. Stalls, and CVD fails to recover from its negative posture. The rally looks like a suspect with a bad alibi. Setup: short on rejection, wicks or failed auction, near 6,784 to 6,788. Stop above 6,802. Targets: first at POC 6,771, extended at 6,760 to 6,759 near VAL. Scenario C: breakdown through the sidewalk. Narrative: support near 6,757 to 6,761 finally cracks price, and CVD press lower together, like two detectives who finally agree the perp is guilty. Setup: short on a clean break and hold below 6,757. Stop back above 6,763. Targets: first into 6,750, then towards 6,740 if selling accelerates and CVD drives deeper below negative 988. Scenario D: balanced night with mean reversion. Narrative: price continues to oscillate between 6,759 and 6,786. The session becomes a range-bound stakeout rather than a chase. Setup. Fade the edges. Cautious longs near 6,757 to 6,761, with stops under 6,753, and cautious shorts near 6,784 to 6,788, with stops above 6,802. Targets. Mid-profile magnet at POC 6771. In all cases, let the combination of price at these key references and the direction of CVD decide which suspect is really running the street on this session. Smash the like and subscribe button. Click the bell to receive content notifications. Remember, the future belongs to the focused. Stay disciplined, stay curious, and as always, trade smart, trade strong, and never stop leveling up. I'll see you in the markets.